It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to Tuesday. Here I am thinking it was Monday.
What a morning.
What a morning.
I don't know what portal you opened. Maybe Laurina did it.
I didn't open nothing.
Laurina Anderson, Energy Shift, opened some sort of portal, and we've had friends that we haven't seen in a very long time come in this morning to chit-chat.
That was in the works for weeks.
I had no idea. It's always nice.
She's the stabilizer. She comes in here when things need to be evened up.
I know. 10 years.
10 years.
When I realized how young she was when we met her.
I know. She never ages. She never changes. Heather's still the same age she's always been.
She's amazing.
Good people. I was shocked.
She just watches. She's an observer.
She's an owl.
She's an owl. I know.
I know. Who the hell wakes up to be an owl?
I know. I hear shoes.
I hear shoes in a big bag. Who was that?
Oh, Teach.
Oh, watch out now.
You know, someone comes in and you try to think of who is that? Like, who comes in here in shoes that you can hear, not sneakers? I don't know. I try to play that game with myself.
Well, don't play with yourself.
I know, but anyway, this morning was an interesting morning after the morning show. Heather and Russell, and then Laurina comes in, and all good stuff.
We every day we try to find something different to talk about, to get involved with, and this is the latest and greatest. $20. We did this now. This is our third year.
Yeah.
$20 for an Audi 2027 Audi A3. And that must be the two pictures on the front.
It's nice.
This
An
is a
Audi
nice
A3 is
car.
incredible.
It's an incredible car. $20 will get you a ticket. Buy a few. See if you win the car. If you win the car, you come on the show just to pick it up. I tell them to deliver it to you direct. They'll deliver it here. I forgot all about this. We've had them since Tuesday night at the event.
So first prize is an Audi A3. Second prize is an American Electric Skeller bike. And the third prize is $250 Visa gift card. Winner need not be present to win. Wow, $20 a ticket.
And they usually pull this on a big boat somewhere out on the water and entertainment. No, you have to buy a ticket to that too, but it's out there for the taking. So let's do this.
Drawing to be held Saturday, December 19th.
Yep, it's held in December.
Okay, nice. So we've got six months
to
push this out, and all 100% of the proceeds, 50% comes back to the Amp Media Futures Foundation, and 50% goes to the Core Foundation, who has put all of this together. Win a new 2027 Audi A3. It's a nice car. You going to buy some tickets?
Yeah, I'm going to buy.
I always buy a lot of tickets.
Yeah. And yes, Linda, your ticket is in.
I always buy a lot of tickets. So awesome. So we will get that over to you. This is brought to you by Fort Lauderdale and Carl Springs Audi. Very nice.
Very cool stuff.
All right, we got Laurina joining us today. We're talking about spirit, soul, and mind? Body. And body. Spirit, soul, body. Not mind, body, soul. Totally different shift.
No, what's going to be cool about this thing, she was explaining how we pick our life before we hear.
I was reading something about that. I don't know, social media finds you. So I was reading something that says in the Jewish religion, 40 days before your soul incarnates, you pick your path. Your soul chooses who it's going to be and what your calling is going to be. Now, 40 days in the Jewish religion, like 40 days, was everything. We wandered for 40 years. 40 is a big number.
40 with you guys.
So 40 days, me guys, you guys, we're all guys. 40 days before your soul
I don't have 40
incarnates.
days.
Yeah, because, I'm not going to get into religion. You choose who you are. So I thought that was super interesting. I had never realized that before.
I know, but
I didn't know there was like a day on it. So you think if you count back 40 days before your birth.
That's when I picked it?
That's when your soul chose who you were going to be, what your calling
It isn't
was.
that. It isn't only that. It's your sex, your this, your that. We're going to get into it with her to find out what the hell you're choosing.
Kind of interesting.
Oh,
would you choose you again?
No.
Really?
Yes.
I
must have gotten gypped.
Would you choose to be me?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Would you choose to be a male
woman.
gender?
No, I don't want.
You'd want to be a woman,
Yes.
a female gender?
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely, yes.
Why?
Women got all the power.
That's true. I cannot deny that.
See, my dad
I
used to
cannot
say.
even deny that.
My dad
It's
used to
true.
say, "I don't run this house. I run around this house," and it's true.
I cannot even deny that's true. Wow, we got a good show coming up.
No, it's going to be dynamite.
We got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society. We're going to see what's happening. I think there's a new full moon. I believe it's on the 31st. It's the next full moon of May.
Well, I
It
got a
is
few
special,
questions
too.
for her with stuff that I've been hearing on the news.
It's the blue moon.
It's the blue moon.
It's the blue moon. Right? So the pink moon, the red moon, and now I got a blue moon.
We got a new set that Lorraine's sitting in. That looks really nice
I know.
over
I'm
there.
still trying to figure out how the hell you guys did that.
I don't know. Sophia took care of that. But cool things that are happening. A lot of great stuff. New commercial for Comcast that the boys are working together and putting together.
Yes. And I got to tell you something. For all you haters out there, Josh and
Did you see what
Shakespeare.
he wrote you something?
Let me tell you something. We're talking Knicks. We're not talking Mets, okay? But I'm going to make a bold prediction. The New York Mets baseball team will win the East by the end of the year. How you like me now? Because they're haters.
I saw that.
What is wrong with these kids?
Josh got
They
a whole...
can't be happy for me for 1 minute.
They
They're
love
just
to
on
rile
me
you.
and on me and on me.
But you're on them.
No, I'm not.
You
I
love
didn't even
to
say
rile
anything
them
to
up.
Josh. Where's my broom?
Exactly.
I have a broom around here and it has the Phillies and it has Cleveland. You know, I didn't say that to Josh.
It's funny.
But Josh, how's it feel to sweep the floor?
Funny.
I'm going to have my broom with me any minute now.
Anyway, more to come on the other side of this commercial break. We're going to head over to the studio and talk to Laurina Anderson, our energy shifter, talking about spirit, soul, and body. Interesting.
Yes, and I have a million questions because I want to know why she would pick to be who she is.
I would pick, I know. That's a good one. I got to tell you, that's a good one. All right, we're going to find out. We'll be right back.
Finding the world's best coffee. Nothing can stop Don Pablo from getting you the rarest coffees. Traveling across continents, climbing the highest mountains, overcoming immense obstacles, all for the quest of greatness. Experience this excitement with every sip.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2 TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast. True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
Do a search on how to get out of credit card debt, and you'll find everything from crazy promises to ways you can try to do it yourself. Many of those ideas just don't work, and they leave you broker than you were. Here's some advice. Call our debt helpline. In a quick and free 5-minute conversation, our experts will listen to you and learn about how much credit card debt you have, what your goals are, and then show you the right solution to help you get out of credit card debt with one new simple, affordable payment. The credit card companies make available special programs to help if you're struggling. All it takes for you to finally get out of credit card debt is one quick, free phone call. So please call right now.
800-515-6348. 800-515-6348. 800-515-6348. That's 800-515-6348. Paid for by the Debt Helpline.
Greatness isn't something you chase, it's cultivated. The Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness, written by Dana Sardano, is rooted in self-dedication, personal growth, and simply living in greatness. Inside, you'll find empowering prompts, hot tips, and space to journal your reflections. Featuring vibrant artwork by Dana Sardano, this is more than a book. It's a visual celebration of feminine power in all its forms, bold, colorful, and unapologetically authentic. Ready to be great? Grab the Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness at ubuntufishgallery.com. Also available as a beautifully designed deck of cards to bring greatness wherever you go.
Secrets, doing what we love, with a little help from the stars above. Grab your tools, let's take a chance. It's a wild, creative, magical dance, making magic with Max. Yeah, we're making magic with Max.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, and the envelopes are in for Princess Kate.
Envelope, please. Yes, you go big.
Funny.
I was watching something over the weekend on social media, of course, that said you need to get out of your comfort zone 1 day a week in business and reach bigger than you could ever imagine. So this one's pretty big.
What, Kate?
Yeah.
It's a big deal?
I don't know. When's the last time you spoke to the prince or princess?
Well, about a week ago.
So you think they chose who they wanted to be? They chose wisely,
But this
I must
is going to be an
say.
interesting conversation because I have so many questions as to why I didn't pick to be a girl as opposed to a guy.
Why
all
wouldn't you
this
pick
stuff.
to be a king or a prince? Why would you choose to be you?
But you see, stop reasoning my brain. Let the energy shifter give us the translation. I don't know why.
All right, so we've got Laurina Anderson, our energy shifter, the energy boss, with us today. We're talking about, I guess, how and when your soul chooses to be here in spirit, soul, and body. So let's roll her intro.
This portion of the Brooklyn Cafe Show is brought to you by Laurina Anderson, the energy boss.
Hi, welcome. I'm Laurina Anderson, the energy shifter. So we've got a really fun topic today. It has to do with spirit, soul, and body. Not spirit, mind, and body, but the spirit, soul, and body. So we were talking about how we choose to come into this world. And we make those choices back in spirit world. We also have free choice back there as well. So some of the questions that Don and Freddie were asking about, why would I choose to come into this world right now with this body, from the, having this family, having these friends, doing this particular type of career? Why would I do that? And my big question is, why not? Our soul wants to experience so much different events, different ways of being. It could have very well been that, a last lifetime, somebody was a bum. So let me now decide I'm going to come back as a prince, or I'm going to come back as a princess. Maybe last time I was a male. I really want to experience what it's like to be a female. It could be that someone was a prince and now is homeless, because back when they were a prince, they never really got to experience going without. And when they were in prince form, did they really have friends? Or everybody was doting on them and all the friends were all pretend? So there's also the homeless individual that awakens our gift of being able to give. It awakens our compassion. And all of those add to our soul experience. Because we don't come here haphazard. We come here with a plan. It's called our soul's contract. And we've created that even before we're born. And we also have a choice where we're going to live. Who are our parents going to be? Who are our spouses or our partners, our pets? Everything is planned out. But what's really important is that we also plan what we need to do on this earth. So we take a look to see where we need to heal our soul, where we need to complete our soul, where we need to expand our soul so that it evolves. Because everything that we have ever done on this earth is to evolve our soul into the greater part of ourselves. So our spirit not only lives within us, but it is our higher power. And that higher power watches over us because it is in conjunction with the soul. The soul needs to experience certain things so that it can evolve here on earth. And then it chooses the body and the parents and the place to be able to give it that ability of experiencing what it needs to evolve that soul. So we are always choosing at some level what we have to experience. And it's really kind of funny too, because say that, part of our experience, we need to be in a really bad job. A job that abuses us and doesn't respect us and has no worth or value, and they don't see that in us. And it's like, now why would I even want to create that? Well, we have to remember that we still live in duality. And duality gives us the ability of being able to understand what we don't want in terms of what we do want. Because remember, everything that we've ever done on this earth is based on a feeling. We either want more of this because it feels good, or we want less of this because it doesn't feel good. So many times we'll have that abusive boss who lacks value for us or disrespects us. Well, what does that give us the opportunity of doing? Experiencing it and asking ourselves, so does this feel right? Is this good and healthy for me? Should I continue moving forward in this environment, or is it time to get out? So a lot of times that duality opens up the doors for us to say goodbye, to leave, to expand, to look for other areas to allow our soul to grow. And our spirit's right there going, yeah, baby, we can do this. We got it together. The other thing too is to identify many times what lives up in the head. So we talked about the spirit, we talked about the soul, and then the body, right? So one of the things that I really enjoyed, Warren Buffett had a talk that he had given, and he's in front of a bunch of college students, and he's talking to the students, and he says, okay, what is your most dreamed of car? What is it that you have always wanted? And so he told that out to the college kids, and he decided to call on this one young man, and he said, okay, what's your favorite car? What's one car that, oh, it's a Maybach. And he goes, okay, that sounds fabulous. So tell me about this car. Oh my gosh, it is something that I've dreamed about for my whole entire life. You know, it is fast, it's gorgeous, it's so beautiful. Of course, then Warren says, by the way, don't worry about money. Money's not involved here. I'm going to give it to you, okay? And he's going, oh my God. So tell me how you're going to take care of it. Well, I'm going to make sure that it's in the garage, and I'm going to wash it every day, and I'm going to make sure that the oil's changed in it, and that it's running at peak performance, and I'm going to put premium gas in it, and Warren says, yeah, that's really good. I love what you're saying. Now I'm going to tell you, your body is your vehicle. You only have one. It's given to you for free. How do you take care of it? Because our soul needs our body so that we can experience the soul's evolution here on this earth. And our spirit is there to guide and dictate us. It's kind of like that small inner voice. You know, some people call it God voice, that comes through your intuition. And that intuition, that inner wisdom, is also something that we can always tap into, should we decide. Now there's a difference though between the ego and the spirit, because the ego will like to keep you small, keep you separate, not allow you to really expand who you are, because it lives up in the head. So you know what the head says? Oh God, you're doing such a great job. I just can't believe how wonderful you are. And then 2 seconds later it comes back and says, you don't know what you're doing. Are you kidding? Come on. Because it loves to control. Where the spirit says, you are absolutely amazing. Let's open some doors for you. Let me guide you into your next phase, the things that you really want that feel good. So that's how the spirit, the soul, and the body work all together. So it's really important for us to take a good look. How do we take care of the body so the soul can do its work and the spirit can turn around and support us and encourage us and guide us? How are we taking care? So those are some big questions that I'd love for you to answer, and it will help you guide your next situation, your next event, your next relationship, your next job, whatever it is. It will help guide you into all that you are, not just a little portion of yourself. It will open the doors that are necessary because the universe works through us. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm, and whatever we want, the universe wants for us. So take a look to make sure you're tapping into your spirit, allowing your soul to evolve, and taking great care of that body. So, Laurina Anderson, the Energy Shifter. Thanks for listening.
What have you learned?
I'm confused.
Between the soul and the spirit?
Because what I'm gathering is that when you pick your journey, you don't pick the parts that come with your journey.
You do pick them.
Okay, so there's a gentleman in India. There was 265 people in this plane, and he sat by the door. And when that plane crashed because the landing gear was not brought up, he popped out of the plane in his seat, rolled around in grass, and survived, and 264 souls died. Was that all by choice?
Oh, it's what's called the Akashic Records. And it is already written in your contract.
Even that you created?
I don't know if we create it together. When we're on the other side, we create it with our spirit guides and our spirit group. And we know what we're going to experience, but God's given us the gift of forgetfulness, because if we knew what we signed up for,
we wouldn't do it.
Oh my God, we would have been out of here a long time ago. Absolutely.
So
do you think that guy knew,
No.
or the rest of the souls knew what they were going to experience? No, not at all. We also have to remember, though, death isn't the end of us. We are all energy. Energy cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. It only changes form. So when we die, we're only letting go of the physical body.
We go back and choose another body.
If we want to. Free choice, free will. Yep. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, because you think people would say, why would I choose to go back and be human trafficking victim? Why would I choose to go back to be abused? We'd all choose to go back and be royalty, right? And have things maybe given to us, but why would our soul choose something so harmful to a physical body?
It could very well be that because that soul decided to be a human trafficker, just like, what is her name, Virginia, who was part of Jeffrey Epstein's group of young girls. Look at what she's done. She has gone down in history now. She has opened people's eyes up to the horrific abuse that she had to tolerate. She has created compassion in so many people's hearts. Not only that, but justice. She is working along with the other victims on bringing justice against that violence. So her role here, along with the other victims, of which I was one of them as well, not for Epstein, but for my uncle, right? Our whole beingness happens to be to awaken justice.
So I was going to ask, I didn't know about you, but if you ask them, if you've asked a lot of people, if you could choose and do your life over, would you? Most people say no.
I agree. I wouldn't want to do this
because
over.
They end up saying, the experiences I've learned have led me to who I am, which makes me think of,
absolutely,
right, of these victims that are coming forward to bring awareness
yes.
of things that we never even could possibly imagine existed within mankind.
Exactly. But that's, the brighter the light, the darker the shadow, right? And we're coming into a time right now where the truth is coming out. And the truth has needed to come out. I mean, how long has this been going on? 20, 30, 40 years, right? The truth has got to come out already, because we can no longer have love within the planet if we continue to allow that evil energy, negative energy to exist. The truth has got to come out. So those souls were so incredibly brave and so incredibly courageous that they're the ones that decided that was going to be part of their life experience.
So what's the difference between soul and spirituality? Is your soul spiritual?
Your soul is very spiritual, absolutely, but it comes into a human body. So that means that the human body gets to experience, and the soul gets to experience, every single emotion that there is.
So spirituality is something the soul experiences. It is not one and the same.
It's not one and the same. Okay. Because our higher power is our spirit. We can hear it if we quiet the mind and tap into our intuition. And once we do that, I mean, we've had intuitive connection at the times where you wouldn't even think that intuition was part of it. You know, you get that small little inner voice. You get that direction. Okay, should I turn left or should I turn right? And all of a sudden it pops in. The only problem is then we take that information and we have a committee meeting with it up in our heads. Oh, well, geez, that didn't work. last time, what makes me think it's going to be, oh, maybe it should be left. No, maybe, no. And before you know it, we got this big argument.
You know, it's funny that you say that. I was watching something this morning on TV that there's a class at Harvard that teaches you, part of it is to be bored.
To be bored?
To be bored, to learn what boredom is.
Well,
that
that's
means
a tough thing to do.
That means you sit without a headphone, you sit without TV, you sit in your own space. But what you learn in that own space of quiet is maybe the spiritual connection to your soul of what your calling truly is and what nature is and what it feels like to be you and all the other things. So boredom is part of this class of to sit without devices or any extra noise and just be with yourself.
Well, I've done silent meditation retreats before. Yeah, 2 of them, as a matter of fact, where you could not speak to another person, you couldn't look at another person, you kept your head down, and you went through all the various sessions, you know, meditation, whether it's eating, you went through teachings and everything, but you never interacted with another person. And it was so insightful because you couldn't, you know, I always tell everybody I got a big mouth. I love talking, right? And I couldn't talk. I couldn't say a word. And it was like, oh my gosh, you know. It was so interesting, you know, because the woman that I was in the room with, because I shared a room, she opened up her mouth. It was like on a Wednesday, you know, it was a full week. And she opened up her mouth on Wednesday and she says, listen, I just want to tell you, because I don't want you to freak out, I just had a miscarriage. The baby's in the refrigerator.
Jeez.
Uh-huh. And I went, oh my God. Oh, are you okay? Is there anything that I can do for you? Do you need me to call anybody? And she says, listen, I only told you that so that you wouldn't freak out. I didn't ask you to say anything else. I didn't ask for anything, and I don't want anything from you. And I went, whoa, okay. That was a really great lesson, because what that taught me was not to put myself out when not asked. Mm-hmm. You know, because I was always the giver, let me give. You know, how can I help? I'll be there for you. But what I realized is that I only did that for approval because I wanted to be liked. And that was important to me because growing up, I never had girlfriends because it was always a jealousy thing. So I never had any girlfriends. So I continually put myself out there to try to be liked, to be included. Oh, I was such an outcast, it was crazy. But what was really interesting also was the ability of identifying how to say no, and that no was really powerful, a full statement, a full sentence, no, because that's what she did for me. No, don't talk to me. And what I realized is that putting myself consistently out there was damaging for me. It wasn't allowing me to show up. Not only that, but it wasn't allowing the other person to show up either.
So sitting in silence, sitting in your own space without the noise.
Yeah. Yes, it's amazing how many people can't do that. It's really amazing how many people also can be in crowds, have people all over them, and be so lonely.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to truly experience their own beingness.
So to bring this back to you as the energy shifter.
Yes.
How does a client, a patient, come to you with this? How does it work between you and what we're talking about and a client?
Well, what I do is I begin to identify, okay, what's happening in your world? You know, what's keeping you up at night? What are the beliefs that are running you? And through that, we start identifying whether or not it is his spirit that is guiding him or his ego. You know, the things that live up in the head is fear, ego, denial, and then these little gremlins. Not good enough, I don't have what it takes, I'm unlovable, I'm damaged, I can't do anything right. All those wonderful little gremlins Oh, the comparison gremlin, that's a really good one too. But all of those allow us to see where we need healing within our own selves, within our own soul, right? And that's why we come here, so we can heal that and evolve it, complete it, move into who we really are, which is closer and closer and closer to our God self. Because we all have a little bit of God in us, you know?
You getting it?
Yeah, there's still so many other questions I have. I feel like we need a part 2 to this.
Sure, I love it.
I feel like we have a part 2 to this, because then it talks about what your soul needs, what you as an individual need, but then what you need to give to others, even if they don't ask. You know, there are people that need, especially our youth. They may not say, Laurina, I'm really needing your help right now, but you can look at them and say, I feel like I need to give. Well, your soul says one thing. It's not your ego, but your physical presence may be another.
Well, in those cases, what I would say is you don't intrude into a young person's life. You just say, hey, how are you? How are you doing today? You know, yeah, you're looking good today. Is there anything I can help you with? So you are engaging with the individual, but you're not pushing yourself onto them. And that's one of the things that I did. I was pushing myself onto everybody, you know, because I just wanted to be a part. And I also had this sense inside of me that I was not lovable, or that I was only an object, you know, and so there wasn't real love there. I mean, my self-esteem was horrendous when I was younger. And even, you know, getting married and everything, self-esteem was really, really in the pits.
So many things to talk with Laurina about. All right, how do people reach you? Oh my goodness.
Please give me a call at my office, 954-647-5525, or you can email me at la@iShiftYourEnergy, or visit my website, which is www.iShiftYourEnergy.com.
You getting all this?
Yeah, you. This is an introduction to learning yourself. It's just a different way of seeing it. It explains a lot, though. If you can sit in and introduce yourself to yourself and how you go about your business. See, I would do my life over again because I had such a ball in my life. I don't mind if I repeat it.
Oh, so you wouldn't change anything?
No, and if it changes, it changes. It doesn't. I've learned that it doesn't matter. If I went through my life all over again and I didn't go here and I didn't do this and I didn't do that, it's okay. I just wish I could remember what I did the first time or the 100th time, whatever number this is.
And your soul comes back again, that you remember.
But I've come to the conclusion, my life ain't that bad compared to what other people are going through. Mm-hmm. It's not bad at all. And I like doing it. So if you were to tell me, would I change it? I take whatever comes. Whether I change it, don't change it, doesn't bother me.
It's okay. You're going to have another lifetime. I'm sure of it.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
I'm going to keep haunting you over and over.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, over again.
That's a different problem. But you know, the makeup of everything you get in your life, the people you meet, and the things that you do, and you start having those memories of doing it over and over again and I'm not saying that it's always been perfect. I'm not saying it's always been good. There's been bad, there's been tragedies, there's been ups, there's been downs.
But I don't regret a thing.
Not at all.
I wouldn't change a thing. Would I want to go through it again? No, I take what I've learned, I'm applying it. Because of what I've gone through, I get to be the life coach and teaching people about their energy field and how to access and accelerate it. I wouldn't change a thing. I have no regrets no matter what I went through.
You would be a life coach no matter what.
I've been a life coach in many lifetimes.
That's right. It all depends. Today in this day is this. Back in that other life, it was something else. But you were still guiding people. Whatever definitions they want to use, whatever definitions life wants to put on it, it's still there. The real person is still there, and that's the difference.
Yes. Well, we're going to take a commercial break. More to come. Wow. So many things. We've got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society. I believe it's the blue moon, the full moon coming up the end of the month on the 31st. You see what else she has to say for this week going forward. More to come, and we'll be right back.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to La Mesa Cafe Bistro, where every cup has a story. From freshly brewed coffee to comforting, flavorful dishes, it's the perfect place to slow down and savor the moment. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. Stop by and taste the difference at 48 Northeast 1st Avenue in Boca Raton.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
What is Recover Now? It's a movement to get clean and sober, started by you, friends and family members, or maybe even the person suffering from an alcohol or drug problem. Recover Now is a free service that helps people find treatment facilities covered by private insurance to help them start the road to recovery and succeed. If you or a loved one wants to recover now, call this number. It's a free call. Many of our treatment counselors have been exactly where you are, and they know what you're going through and how to help you get where you want to be. And that is on the road to recovery. With one free phone call, my specialist will check your insurance and help you get the best treatment for your needs. Remember, get clean, get sober. Use Recover Now as your free service. Here's the number.
800-413-8365. 800-413-8365. 800-413-8365. That's 800-413-8365.
You just gotta love the sizzling sound of burgers. AMP Media proudly presents the AMP Burger. Created by the producers of the Brooklyn Cafe and AMP Media. The producers picked one ingredient to put in that burger, and out comes a masterpiece. Your mouth is not ready for all this flavor. The AMP Burger, ready to explode in your mouth. At AM2 TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2 TV, where your vision gets amplified.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On this day in 1865, the American Civil War comes close to a full conclusion as the last Confederate General Edmund Kirby Smith surrenders at Galveston, Texas. On this day in 1879, Russia and the United Kingdom signed a Treaty of Galdamak, establishing an Afghan state. On this day in 1937, Walter Reuther and the members of the United Auto Workers, or the UAW, clashed with Ford Motor Company security guards at the River Rouge complex in Dearborn, Michigan, during the Battle of the Overpass. On this day in 1967, the Beatles' album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is released. Ready for takeoff? Today is National Paper Airplane Day, a day where we celebrate the art of origami. Grab some papers and channel your inner engineer and test your folding skills. Whether you're aiming for the distance or flight duration, it's the perfect excuse to put screens away and to let your activity take flight. Let those planes fly.
And we're back. I got a story for you about paper airplanes.
Yeah?
I live in the mountains in Puerto Rico, and I made a giant plane, maybe the size of this small rug, me and Juji. And we ran and threw it off the mountain, and I can swear that it went all the way to the town.
Maybe it did.
Maybe it did.
Got to leave a note on it the next time.
No, we didn't realize what we had done. It just went. It was so aerodynamic.
It's like leaving a message in a bottle. Put a message on a paper airplane to see how far it can go.
What?
And the person who gets it sees it. Never put a
In the
message
ocean?
in a bottle.
I did that. It came through
back.
the tide, and then 15 minutes later, it went nowhere.
All right. Anyway, we've got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society joining us today. See what's happening, what shifts we have in the realm, I guess, and what's happening with the full moon. So let's roll her intro. Hi.
You're back.
And you're on.
I'm on. So, a lot of buzz going on, huh?
What's buzzing?
Everything. Everybody's discussing all kinds of projects and all kinds of deals and all kinds of BS. So we got to wade through all that.
With 5 deals comes 4 BSs.
And that's going to culminate at the full moon, which is on Saturday. The moon will be in Sagittarius, so it'll come to light. Are they really meaning it, or were they just, jazzing us around?
Unbelievable. So they're just stalling for time? Is that what it looks like? People are just... I don't know. What's the end game for stalling?
There's just so much going on. It's like... It's hard to settle down because you got all these different options. And when you think you finally, discovered an option that you're going to settle on, then something else comes up. So people are like trying to remain flexible instead of committing.
Too much choice. There's too much choice.
There's too much choice, and there's too many good ideas. So we got to stick with ideas that are futuristic. Ideas that portray something that's going to be happening, a trend that's coming up, not really the past. Although some people are going to, with Venus and Jupiter in Cancer, they're going to cling to the past. I don't mean history, but cling to the past, habits and situations and relationships, and maybe they need to move on.
But it's because the past is like the devil you know.
Right.
It may be uncomfortable. But it's the comfortable uncomfortable because it's all you know.
It's just familiar.
Right, it's familiar. So we
Right.
hold on to even the pain.
But, we got to move ahead. Sure. Uranus is urging us to, move into the future. And if we don't move into the future, then some of the things that we've been clinging to are just going to dissolve or dissipate or not be trendy anymore. Especially when it comes to fashion. With Venus and Jupiter in Cancer, it's a really good time to upgrade, change, improve, enhance your image and how you want to present yourself to the world. You want to be creative, you want to appear to be sensual, you want to appear to be comforting and nurturing. It's good for family, it's good for home decorating. If you want to make some changes in the home, it's a good time. If you can get away from work and projects and communication.
Something always has something attached to it.
But you had said last week, these next 6 weeks until the end of June, is a good time to grow business.
It is a good time to grow business.
But you think people are just like chatty and not going to do?
Well, what's going to happen is at the beginning of June, Mercury is going to change from Gemini and go into Cancer. So Cancer is a more settled sign, it's a more determined sign, it's a more loyal and dependable sign. Gemini is, like fluid. It moves around, it communicates, it has a lot of interests, it's multifaceted, it multitasks, it brainstorms. So we're going to go from something that's, up in the mind and in the idea realm, and then we're going to turn it and focus it and try to bring it to reality.
But isn't the idea of doing something is to end up somewhere? And if you're still not sure of what that somewhere is, you're going to play all these different roles, different games, and change things until then you can't do it anymore because the planets align in a different way.
The planets will change signs. We have Mars in Taurus, which likes to be steady, which is a good financial sign, which is a dependable and hard-working sign, but it's also demanding and possessive. So it may demand a lot. The idea may not lead to all that it demands, so somehow we have to come to terms with it, which I think we'll be able to do when Mercury changes signs.
Gotcha. So this is a good time to do some deals.
It's a good time to encourage, analyze, discuss, project deals.
And it doesn't matter what sign you are? Or does it matter what sign you are?
Well, it depends on each sign as far as how lucky you're going to be with it. But no, it's like a general forecast for where the planets are right now. For Geminis, it's a very exciting time, but it's hard for them to settle down. Same for Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. It's a fluid time. We're discussing ideas. We're trying to figure out if something is doable. People promise a lot, but they don't deliver. Some people are going to, con you. Some people are going to jerk you around. Some people are waiting for money that they haven't gotten yet. So we have to kind of analyze what's really going on. So when we go to the full moon, which is going to emphasize all the Gemini planets, with the moon in Sagittarius, which is opposite, then we'll have a better idea of something that is going to be universal, is going to benefit a lot of people. Gemini is more self-oriented, Sagittarius is more world-oriented, more universally, for the benefit of everybody oriented. So we're going to have to do the projects that we know are going to benefit the most amount of people.
Gotcha. What sign are you?
She's an Aries with moon in Cancer.
She is?
That's what she said.
Are you?
Yes. So she has Venus and Jupiter and soon Mercury all on her moon. So she's energized and she's becoming more emotionally attuned and more spiritually quickened, and also her popularity will go up. So, she's looking her best and feeling her best right now, but she may not get stuff accomplished because she hasn't settled in on what's really the main focus right now, which is going to come up with the full moon. She'll figure out the main focus.
And when is the full moon?
Saturday.
So you got to come up with a main focus.
I love it.
Stop looking at all the cheese and get one of them, cut into it, right? Believe, and it will happen.
And so that also, with the Cancer Venus, Jupiter, and soon Mercury in Cancer. We need to watch our diet and our digestive system. We need to make sure that we get healthy, we get exercise, we get health care that we need. So we need to take care of that too. We have a tendency in Cancer to worry about our children, to worry about the home, and so we need to take some time to worry about ourselves too.
There you go.
And we're busy, you know. Gemini's keeping us busy. There's a lot going on, you know. People are demanding a lot. People are offering a lot. And you got to wade through all that and figure out what's the best for me and also what's long term. But for the time being, to try to settle in on something really long term, I would wait until, I would say, August. Because the things we're doing now may end up being temporary or may end up changing once the Mercury goes backwards.
It's like a
because
stopgap measure.
Mercury will be in Cancer. The total, usually it's 3 weeks, and now it's going to retrograde in July, so it's going to be in Cancer until August 9th. Then it moves into Leo with Jupiter in Leo, and that is a time where I think projects, careers, jobs, relationships will really, really settle down and become worthwhile.
What time in July?
August.
After Mercury retrograde.
So after July, August?
August.
You think August is the next
after the 9th.
push?
But in the meantime, we're going to concentrate on home. We're going to concentrate on family. Right now would be a good time to make sure that everything is functioning properly in the home and not expend too much trying to fix the home up. Because when Mercury retrogrades in Cancer with the other planets in Cancer, we're going to have problems in the home that come up, like if we didn't take care of, say, an appliance that's failing or our air conditioning. You know, we need to get that cleaned up because, you know, it always fails when it's hot.
Yes.
So, yeah, that would be a good thing to concentrate on the home. But right now, we've got Sun in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, Uranus in Gemini. We've got the planets in Aries that are positive to Gemini. So it's a mental space.
So it's a good time to make some moves.
It's a good time to make some moves and to do some deals. And by the full moon, I think it'll become obvious which deals are doable and which deals are not doable. And then with Mars in Taurus, positive to the Cancer planets, we can start our projects and do the actual work to make it happen.
Interesting.
Okay.
And we have to set boundaries.
Your favorite
Yeah,
word.
we're back to that again.
We got to set boundaries. We have Mars in Taurus. Mars is pushy. Mars is demanding. Mars is passionate. Mars expects that you spend time, that you bring something to the table. Mars in Taurus is eager to arrange finances and do investments. So in that way, it'll be a good time after the full moon to settle in and get some projects
So
done.
those are good boundaries. You know, there are bad boundaries.
So-
Not all boundaries are the same.
Of course not.
So, Helen, you're saying that by Saturday I should have my whatever together?
Your ducks in a row.
My ducks in a row, my whatever together?
What I'm saying is by Saturday, you'll have a clear understanding of how to accomplish your goals. And you'll have another understanding of who is sincere and who is just jerking you around, to be honest.
Good. I like it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. The things you know and the things you can act on. And that's a whole nother story.
Now, before we get into the full moon, we have on Wednesday evening, the moon enters Scorpio. So it's going to be opposite Mars. So people are going to get more pushy, more demanding, more accepting, more expecting you to settle down and deliver on your promises. Otherwise, they will be angry and stubborn. So you have to have diplomacy with people.
It's funny, they're being difficult, yet we have to be diplomatic. That doesn't really jive.
But if you're diplomatic and not difficult, then you're up here looking down. Whereas people who are difficult, they're just around here looking at what's in front of their noses and they're not thinking higher. You know, it's like, do you have a higher state of mind? You want to be up there looking down so you can see the whole picture as opposed to just seeing what's happening around you. So Taurus has a tendency to just see what's happening around them, concentrating on their finances, concentrating on the home, concentrating on their sexual and passionate needs, which may not be met because people have so much going on in their career, in their social and communication and broadcasting and advertising. So they're wrapped up in all those details. So it's hard for them to spend the time with personal things.
Wow. Now there's a message.
Which part?
Well, they're down here, you're up here, and you have to be able to go down here and bring them up here, and there's a lot up and down.
Bringing them up there with Mars and Taurus is difficult.
It ain't easy.
It is not easy. When the Moon and Mercury change signs, then it'll be a lot easier, because Cancer planets are very compatible with Taurus. So especially Taurus people right now, don't push too hard, don't demand too much of yourself, get rest and relaxation. Things will come. Wait until next month, and then it'll be a lot easier, and people will be more dedicated to you.
The Taurus?
Right now, yeah. Well,
I never met a Taurus with patience, but good luck with that.
I never met an Aries with patience either.
They don't even know how to spell it.
Patience is not my virtue, I must tell you.
No, Aries is, they want it right now.
Always on the run.
Pretty much. I'm not, well, no, you just want it when you want it.
Whatever happened to wait till the game comes to you? Just be patient. Let it come to you.
You know, that sometimes that works and sometimes not. I mean, if you see an opportunity, you have to go and get it.
Yeah, but sometimes going to go get it is not real.
It's not real. Like I said, you're going to have to decide what's really,
That's right.
doable
So sometimes
and what's
you got to
not.
hold back and wait until it plays out, then go get it. Don't just jump.
Yeah,
'Cause
right
jump
now
can
is
hurt
not a
you.
good time to jump. Although right now is a good time to entertain all the
Yes.
options, to
Yes.
discuss with people, to communicate with people. Gemini is like the master of communication.
Gemini, I always think about Gemini. They're like two people in one.
They're two people in one. So if they can make a commitment in one day, the other
be
side may
divorced
not
the
make
next
the
day.
commitment. So that's what I mean. It's kind of like once that full moon is, passed, then you'll see where the commitment really is.
Wow. You just brought up a whole history of my life.
But you would do it all over again.
I would never date a Gemini. As soon as I found out she was a Gemini, I said, well, it was nice knowing you. Good luck.
Well, Pisces and Gemini are at odds,
At
in
odds.
terms of 90-degree angles.
180 degree.
Pisces
90.
likes people to be close. They like they're sensuous. They want commitment. They're spiritual. They feel. Whereas Gemini is mental. It's like, don't fence me in. Don't make me make a commitment. I might not be able to to fulfill that commitment, even though one side says yes, the other side says, hey, wait a minute,
Wow.
or something else comes up and they can't resist.
She's good. She knows the Gemini.
All right.
So, happy birthday to all the Geminis right now.
birthday,
And
Geminis.
with Uranus in Gemini, hasn't been there for 84 years, so it's a whole new day. All the kinds of inventions, all kinds of technology, all kinds of ideas. And it's not good for administrative tasks. Gemini does not like to settle down to details. That's Virgo's job. Pisces is better with that. So that's why we're at odds, because Pisces wants to hone down and Virgo wants to hone down those details and figure out how we get from point A to point B. And Gemini says, oh, we'll be there, and doesn't really offer
There's
any
no plan.
solutions.
There's no plan. It's
just ideas. But, the other signs, the earth signs, they're the plan.
I gotta tell you, I admire that sometimes because it shows credibility and effort. And sometimes effort is all you got to show for certain things. It's kind of cool. She's right on point.
Now
I guess you were having issues with the Gemini.
Not issues. This is a Gemini in my life right now, who I admire a lot of her get up and go. It doesn't always seem like she has a plan, but at the end of the day, she makes it work tremendously. And I'm like, wow, how'd that happen? But you have it right on point. You describe it right there from what I've seen. Absolutely.
Now, the other thing with Gemini, with this Uranus has a tendency to increase nervous tension. So they've got a lot of, it's like bubbling up, or they have like ping pong balls in the mind, they're bouncing all over the walls. So Gemini needs to learn to relax, to meditate, to settle down, and then the ideas become more doable, more better, instead of flitting around or trying to get a lot done. They need to learn to focus on projects and how much they can actually do. But then they rely on other people to help them get it done.
Yeah.
They're the idea person.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Now, Gemini also rules the lungs. So for people who are smoking, it's a good time to be kind to your lungs and to maybe cut back on smoking or quit, or at least make sure that your lungs are functioning properly. This is a 7-year cycle, so we have to take action and make sure that we're healthy in that way.
Good stuff. You know a Gemini?
Gemini is what month? When's the birthday?
Gemini starts around the 21st of May and goes about the 21st, 22nd of June.
I don't really know a lot of Geminis. Is Heather a Gemini?
Who?
Heather? Virgo. Okay.
So Virgo is affected by, the Gemini planets. So Virgo has a lot of work going on. Virgo's energies are a little low, but Virgo can take the ideas and figure out how to make them work. Virgo is the detail person. Virgo analyzes, synthesizes, and plans. So a lot of plans, Virgo likes to plan, and they don't like it when their plans are upset. So now they're going to have to realize that their plans may not work out, and they have to be more flexible and also have backup plans.
So Virgo needs to have like an A, B, C,
I think
D,
Josh
E, F?
is a Virgo too.
Yeah. So the funny thing about that, what you just said is so true, but how long do you wait around for a Virgo to say, okay, this is the correct A, B, C, D, E, F, G plan?
I think after the full moon with Mars in Taurus and the planets in Cancer is positive for Virgo. So they have a real good idea, and they have the stamina and energy to work on detailed projects until the end of June, when Mercury goes backwards, and then less is more. Then the details, they just don't fall into place. The plans just don't fall into place. And also we have to, worry about the weather. As I said, the weather wasn't going to be good. And aviation, we have to be really, really cognizant of the safety when we're flying, and for all things, aviation concerned. But it's also a great time for innovation in aviation and also space travel.
Well, I'm not going to the moon, and I'm not taking a plane. I'll stay with a train. And walking. A lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
But China launched astronauts into space, and they're planning on having a moon landing. So they're moving ahead with their technology and their outer space endeavors, and so are we. We launched SpaceX, and I don't remember the exact amount of satellites that it was launching. But one of the rockets actually exploded, which they expected, so they still need to work on that.
One of the rockets exploded for who? For us?
China?
For SpaceX.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Once again.
So we're still, trial and error, planning, working,
is that considered
and
a
doing
business
that.
loss?
Huh?
So if your rocket explodes, is that considered a loss in revenue?
Yeah.
It's a loss in revenue, but it's part of the process of, developing a spaceship that'll go to Mars.
Sure.
Can you imagine being at the tip of a nuclear bomb going up to space? I mean, that's what it is, all that energy being shot out. I mean, you got to be completely crazy to think that this is the way to get there. There has to be a better way, but
trial and error. It's a Saturn, and Neptune and Aries.
They should talk to you as to when to go up.
I don't think they plan it as astrologically, because a lot of their launches are all with Mercury retrograde or a negative aspect, and then they get scrubbed.
You should write to them and say, "Yo, idiot." You should.
How do people find you, Helen?
I'm on Cosmic Astrology Society on Facebook, and I'm the Cosmic Astrologer on TikTok.
A lot of good stuff. You feel connected now?
I'm very connected.
Validated?
I'm very validated. I need to know. Now, how do I ask this? This is a difficult question. I need to know, will the Knickerbockers win the championship starting next week?
I don't know, but you know what? I could find out if you could get their date of incorporation.
Holy smokes, it's got to be in the 40s or 50s.
So what we need to do is
Heather, get me that.
Take the date of incorporation, and then I'll look up the planets, and then I might have a better idea. If it's really obvious, I'll have a better idea of when they're going to win, and you let me know when they're going to play.
June 6,
1946.
So Gemini.
Oh, that's it. It's all over. No wonder why they're so, they're going to win. And they lose.
When are they going to play?
We don't know yet because you have to see the other series, but it's going to start Monday.
It's going to start Monday. So I don't know, they could do some really exciting things with Uranus and Gemini. Like I said, we haven't experienced it in our lifetimes, but all things are possible. But with Uranus, it's really hard to predict. But the planets are definitely, if they're a Gemini team, the planets are definitely on their side.
And I got to tell you something. They are broken records. Nobody in the history of the game has done what they have done in the last 11 games. Nobody. Not the Lakers, nobody, not Boston. The scoring, what they're doing at the pace that they're doing it, nobody's ever seen anything like this.
So Uranus is revving them up.
You're not lying.
Uranus is making all kinds of things possible.
Over 200 points that they're beating other teams in the last 11 games. Over 200 points. That's never been seen in the playoffs, ever. It's amazing. And she's right again.
All right,
tell you, she's
find
right
her
again.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Cosmic Astrology Society with Helen Archer. You can find all of her TikToks. She's always very right on point, right there. So you got a couple of days and full moon coming, and then June 1st is right around the corner.
I'm going to tell you, if you have a business, you should put Helen on your payroll to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, depending on the incorporation of your business. I have an idea. Because, it's easier to go across the ocean by stepping on stones that won't sink you into the bottom of the ocean. And at least with her, she gives you a better shot at stepping on that right stone. She was right about the last 3 events that we've had. She hasn't been wrong yet.
Nope.
And I wish she was wrong, because I would tell you, she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. It isn't true. It just happens again and again. And you told me that the Mets were not going to win, but they were going to have a fun ride last year, or the year before, and they did. That's when I went up to New York, and she was 100% right. And they did lose, but I was happy because we made it here.
So one interesting thing, historic thing, so I think it was 78 or 79, IBM was failing, and I looked at the stock on the date of incorporation, and I said IBM is going to rise, and they're going to do something great and become a really important company. And I think it was 80 or 81 they came up with the PC.
Did you invest?
Wow.
No.
Why not? What's the
I
matter
thought you were going
with
to
you?
say, and I put money in, and...
I know, that would have been a book.
I wish I would have.
That would have been a book. You got to believe. Like Tut McGraw says, you got to believe. Sometimes she sees things and she doesn't believe they're about to happen. And you should.
She's good at what she does.
1962, Coca-Cola, or 63, came out with a Coca-Cola in cans. Ask my father, he'll tell you. He bought it, his brother made him sell it.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Helen. As always, join us every Tuesday with Helen Archer or find her on social media. And for Laurina Anderson, you can find her here on Tuesdays as well. I Shift Your Energy, the Energy Shifter, and you can find her on the web. All right. Ready to wrap it up?
Well, before we go, we have one small piece of business that I want to inform people. We are actually, where's Teach? Teach, come out here. We are actually going to be doing a radio type War of the Worlds. Remember that? When they went on there, grab her mic. Tell us the name of the program, the name of the show that you've written.
It's called Marion is Missing.
Okay, stay right there. Say it again.
It's called Marion is Missing.
And tell us what is the synopsis of the program.
Oh wow, I should have prepared for this.
No, it's okay. Just tell us what you wrote.
So it's basically about, and now I'm here. So it's basically about, it's a fantasy, and it's about these 3 friends who embark on a mission to find the missing monarch, who goes missing under mysterious circumstances, and all of them have fun little quirks, like one's a mermaid, one's a vampire, one cannot die. So it's cute and it's quirky and it's fun.
And we're going to be doing this with the crew. What is it, 8 pieces to this thing?
You mean like the roles?
Yeah.
I believe there's a couple. There's 6 main ones, and then there's
couple
some that
of
can
floaters.
be like covered by multiple. Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I coached for over 20 years, from every age, starting at 7 all the way to 22. And if you think it's easy to coach kids, to have a season, 11, 12, 16 kids, good luck with that. But this thing is as hard as I ever had with coaching, because you got to get the right people. I was reading, I thought I was brilliant.
You weren't deadpan enough.
And they told me I was a deadpan.
No, you were not deadpan.
I wasn't deadpan enough. I don't even know what the hell that means.
You were too animated.
Silly.
I was too animated.
Yeah.
But in my world, I thought the role required that. But anyway, that doesn't matter. The funny thing is that we're going to put it on. We're going to put it on.
True Oldies.
On True Oldies, and I'm debating whether or not to introduce it on True Oldies or just do it. We should promote it and just do it. What was it? War of the Worlds? Orson Welles. He had the invasion from aliens came down. You know about this story? And he came down and everybody threw themselves off the buildings and bridges because they thought they were being attacked.
Yes.
So they put this thing that you have to have some kind of message. You know, this is just a hoax, this is a play, whatever. But I'm fascinated by her mind to put this together, to see if I can get the kids to play along. You have a part in this too, Lucy.
I think so.
Yeah. We're giving you a part, yeah. So that you can be deadpan. And so that's going to be coming in the future as well. A couple of other gimmicks that we're going to be throwing at you. And this is the time where there will be no BS. We're going to actually do it.
Is it one episode or is it multiple episodes?
It's continuous. It's a series.
Wow.
Yeah. I told my mom about it, and then I was like, maybe I shouldn't have told her until it was like actually on the way, because now if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna look like
it's happening. In the next 7 days. It's happening.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I also told my Tumblr people, shout out to them, hey guys, that it was happening, and now it's like, Susie, because that's what they call me, they're like, where is it? And I'm like, look guys, I spoke too soon. Okay, there's a lot of moving parts. Like, all right, just trust, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
We'll get on the radio station when we're gonna air it. How's that?
It sounds
and there's 11 of them, so they'll hear it. All right, I'm all ready now.
All right, more to come with that. We're going to fill you in. Marion is Missing, brought to you by Amp Media Futures Foundation. Helen, thank you. Laurina, thank you. More to come with Laurina Anderson and her new show that will, that's as much I'm going to tell you right now. She's going to announce that coming up. And we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Have a great Tuesday, everyone.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.